Oh god, someone's gonna want to Queen of Bugs. I already know it. If Monster Musume has taught me anything, there's a large portion of the anime community without any standards. Yeah, it sounds like all of the heroes are basically terrorists. Yo, you really should have allowed the brainwashing, bozo. Honestly, the more I watch the show, the more I realize that if we got multiple seasons of this, we truly could have an isekai that would rival and potentially even surpass Overlord in terms of evil shenanigans, mainly due to just apparently how bad the heroes this man can summon. I'm here for it. Make sure you drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patrons is, of course, where you catch my full live reactions. So, we don't know a lot about the other, like, hero servant things that this man can summon. I mean, we only really have interactions with one, and she seems like she'd kill the whole world for this man if he asked, and potentially could do so. And the way they talk about how, like, hey, now that we did our little ritual, so the fruit stuff that I guess tastes like human flesh, they do a big old sacrifice and they summon a giant praying mantis thing, and they all clap. I don't know why they clap for that, but they clap for it. And they're like, okay, bet. We'll store our mana and we'll summon the queen. I guess that makes sense. I mean, you get the queen, I assume the queen can make miniature ones herself. But then they emphasize the fact that it's kind of the only one we could summon, because everyone else is too crazy. Let me repeat that. The only one he can summon is the giant queen insect beast, because the others would probably cause too much of a ruckus, because they all have such extreme personalities. That is glorious. And I like how he also specifies, at some point I'll get around to summoning them all. But maybe I hold out on most of them for the time being. Understood. Also kind of a brilliant way as an author, so you don't have to like dump your load and basically say, hey, here's all these characters that we gotta focus on. Instead, we could have one for a little bit, and then the next one for a little bit, and you could slowly introduce them, because with the entire gimmick is that if you summon them all, they're just gonna clash, they're probably gonna cause World War 17. Let's just jump even more world wars, let's be honest. And I mean, given what a singular one of them can do, as seen by an entire army. Now granted, do I think that army was like King Arthur's like noble squad? No. But there's no denying the fact that as soon as she got serious, everyone but two got skewered. Could you imagine like 6 of them either clashing with each other or other people? Like, I don't know if you can contain that. It's hard to say exactly where our MC's gonna go as king, because at face value he's like, I'm just trying to have a peaceful life. Are you? I don't know. There's gonna be a lot to this show that is gonna surprise us, and while it definitely has one of the more mid-production values of the season, I mean, you can't with a straight face tell me the intro shot of them horse and humans looked great. No, it looked pretty butt-ass ugly, and it's not like it was just like, oh, that's an in-between. No, like, that's just how it looks. A lot of the shots can look pretty ugly, but at least the general character models, I think they found a style that works for them. It's not going to knock your socks off visually, but at least it's serviceable. It didn't get to the Newgate level, and I doubt it ever will, because very few get to the Newgate level, if we're being frank. But this is a show that I think the voice actors and the music really help compensate for a underwhelming visual production, because seriously, like, the music and everything in this show is just awesome. And this I really thought was going to be a very different episode. I thought we were actually going to focus only on the human characters that were approaching the forest. I thought they were going to try to get us connected to them before shit hit the fan, and instead, you know, because like, looking at that group, I thought to myself, the blonde guy, Lorenus, or whatever the hell his name is, Lord Douchebag, right? I thought he was going to be the one to survive guaranteed. Like, everyone else was going to be too hot-headed and arrogant. And instead, he actually felt like very quickly the character who was going to die, because he was like, this bitch be evil. Not wrong, but maybe take note from Buddy to your left, who got brainwashed to basically spilling the beans of your holy doctrine, to then being like, alright, we're out. Also, like how he got overthrown with his authority. He's like, okay, we're out. I override you now. I'm taking control. Sorry, bro, he pays our bills, so we gotta follow him. Yeah, you should have turned away. I wasn't sure either what was happening at first because like, okay, she's brainwashing, right? Because you see the red eyes, but it was like such a weird. I thought maybe he just had a weird personality. It wasn't until the second time that like she really like broke through, and it was kind of nice that it wasn't just I'm powerful, I mind control you. It was like we're coming in. What's in there? You sure we can't just take a little peek? Okay, are you sure there's nothing bad? All right. It was really cool seeing the slowly breaking him down. And I'm not sure if it's a case of she couldn't brainwash them all collectively at the same time, or if maybe she was just focusing on him specifically because he was the leader. But either way, very cool stuff. And it just feels like it's not even a case of, oh, wait, are we the baddies? Like, we know we're the baddies. We started the show off with us knowing what type of side we're on. It's just a case of not knowing where their king in question wants to go, because it's like, okay, he feels pleasant. He doesn't feel like he really wants to do bad things, but it's like everything's pointing to him doing bad things. And at this point, maybe you could defend, like, oh, he's protecting his forest, but if he ever willingly summons any of these other heroes, maybe minus the queen might be able to be seen as, like, security dog. Wouldn't that just mean, like, we are committing to genocide? Because based on how they're talking, at least half of the other summons could be a world war just walking around casually. We'll see. I like it. Still a pretty solid show. In a perfect world, would it have better production value? Absolutely. But I'm still very much enjoying it. And to be honest, yeah, I'm already kind of crossing my fingers for a second season, because I feel like 12 episodes is just going to be barely scratching the surface, like almost like diving into a prologue. I don't know. It's not what I expected. And while there's definitely going to be pushback, because there will be like Overlord's a popular series, right? There's some people who watch Overlord and don't think there's anything evil about it, so there is that side, but there's also going to be the side being like, no way, Ainz and his party's going to always be most evil, potentially. But within episode 4, I feel like they've already laid enough breadcrumbs that if they follow them successfully, they could out-evil Overlord. And I kind of hope they do, because that would be fascinating. But no matter what they do, I'm definitely interested for at least another 8 episodes, and yeah, I kind of want a season 2 already. Let me know what you thought down below. I mean, do you think he should summon them? I think so, just for the chaos, but logically, absolutely not. So, your thoughts. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, ring that bell, stay up to date on everything, and Patreon is where you catch my full live reactions and other exclusives like, hey, I give video shoutouts to all my patrons. So today we got Michael Latham, Sleeping Knight, Valorix, David Story, Athmil, Caticle, Big Boy J, Blood iOS, Samantha, and we also have that Random Man, Anime Man. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.